The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and inches.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They're going to look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for the team's first sack of the game.
Here
because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now Jones. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They've
be in the playoffs, I mean, you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Taking it about the 16. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Throwing Jones. Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Jones throw into the hands of Pittman here. On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this 1st quarter. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This pass complete to Melton. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Joseph. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready. 19 Tiger. Bingo.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven 1st down. 2 minutes to play. 1st half. It's 14-0. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And A 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Let's go now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. Oh, look at the Jew. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make her score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Jones throwing to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's able to find Melton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready, break. Warriors 70.
Here's Jones on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Jones. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And they'll get him down at the 34. He's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things start going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 36, Jones. And this one is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 76 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down. from the gun. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Catch is made by Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Oh, you gotta feel it, baby.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Back at 60. 19 right.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell you to go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. This pass caught. It's Woods. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Daniel Jones scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Let's go now.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Head the street. Head the street.
Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Again, Dobbins trying the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception.